table like this should cost thousands, but it started as just this, and over the next few weekends I'm going to build it myself. Let's check it out. It's currently 2 p.m. on Saturday and I'm just sitting here workshopping some ideas. I've got some marble tiles in the shed that I had left over. I'm thinking that I want to make something like I want to make a bit of furniture, and I want to do like a crazy pave sort of style with these tiles. Maybe just hit them with a mallet a couple of times and break them up into smaller to medium sort of sections. So I'm just sketching out a bit of a cut list slash buy list and making my design at the same time. It's been a while since I've sort of filmed a YouTube video. Anyways, apart from the point. So I'm just currently watching a bit of Ron Chopper and sort of figuring out what I want. I'm thinking like rectangle in shape, and then the height being like, I want to say 300 mil high by about half a meter. I'm going to go sort of see what I have tile wise, because that's going to dictate the height and the width of it all in terms of getting coverage with the tiles. Make a bit of a plan, draw it out, sketch it up, make a bit of a cut list, go to Mitre 10 and start building today. Let's see what my wife thinks about this, but let's go. I'll check back in when I've got a bit of a design and we'll go from there.
Hey, we're just off to Mitre 10 to get the supplies for our little new project.
My project.
Oh, Max's project. Because there's so many old projects that we could do, but why not start a new one? You know?
But we are going to Mitre 10 to get stuff. We're going to make it, did I ever told you?
Yeah,
we're going to make it 900 millimeters long by 650 wide by 350 high. It's going to be tiled on the top and all four sides. It's going to have crazy pave is going to be the style of tile. With,
crazy pave?
Yeah, it's called crazy pave. It's basically just mosaic, but they call it crazy pave. So basically the tiles we have, I'm going to hit them with a hammer and smash them, like kind of work them out to see what looks nice and aesthetic with matching gaps. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to make it out of 75 by 30 mil treated pine is going to be the framing, with cement hardy board sheeting on top, sides and bottom.
Beautiful.
That's what it's going to be.
That's what we're doing. Stay tuned.
I did draw some plans.
He's drawn up a plan.
I have drawn up some plans, so we'll go.
Got a plan.
So, got the ingredients. Got some 75 by 30 treated pine, clout nails, some treated pine screws, and the 2.4 by 1200 cement sheeting. So let's get started. I worked out roughly, that's what I want, that's what I can do. And listen, I did this based on 50 by 50, but I'm just gonna start with the exterior framing of 600 by 900, frame it out and work out roughly what spacing. I really just want to use the timber that I bought and whatever else I've got in my sort of leftover pile. I've got a bit of 75 by 30 over there. Just want to use up a bit of whatever. So yeah, so these are the plans roughly. I'm not very good at planning. I'm better at probably just doing it and figuring out along the way. So let's get building and I'll show you these tiles as well. So these are the tiles that I want to do the crazy pave with. Beautiful natural marble, as you can see. Already stood on this one and broke it, but that's perfect because I want to do a sort of crazy pave effect. Hey puss. But yeah, these will be perfect. Basically, get the box built, get it all ready. Break these up, do a rough layout. Probably won't do that till everything's sorted, but yeah, really beautiful stone, natural marble. So we got the basics all marked out now. Go through and cut these. These are none of the supports, just the basic outline, and then I'll cut the supports after. So we got this far. It's actually only 5:40 at night. It's just very dark. But so, like I said, not very good at plans. I planned for it to be 350 high. Obviously, I forgot to account for the timber, so you gain 75 at the bottom and 75 at the top. So now it's I think it's 500 high. I'll just measure it. Measure that again. Yeah, so just a hair under 500 high, which I think can be done with the amount of tiles I have. It's a bit bigger than I hope, but got some offcuts here. I'm going to cut some supports, like noggins type of things. Alright, so 706. Here is the progress so far. So got it all boxed out as much as we can. I've got a couple of little offcuts left. Thinking about maybe just doing some cross sort of braces. I don't know, or even here might be more beneficial. Not sure. I'll have a quick look at that in a second. I've only got like 3 little offcuts left. Pretty nice, used up most of the timber. So yeah, we'll get those couple of braces in. It's still, I can lift it with one hand, it's not too heavy. But once we get it sheeted with the 6mm cement sheeting and this tile, it's going to be pretty heavy, but that's alright. I'd rather overdo it than make it too flimsy and it breaks. So yes, pretty happy with the progress so far. I'll keep going and I'll check back in when I'm about to start sheeting. 7:35. So half hour's passed. Box is all flipped over. This is the underside. I'm going to sheet the underside as well, just to stop any critters or anything getting in, so they're not making nests in there and stuff like that. And then I'll thicker up all the edges. So yes, this is my 6mm cement sheeting that I'm going to wrap it with. So I've just measured out the first cut here. I'm going to cut that out, and then thicker and brad nail. Sorry, not brad nail. Clout nail that on. So yes, I'll keep you updated, and I might even put you on a bit of a time lapse. Definitely easier to do that standing up. Done now. So we got this bottom sheet cut. Fits all nice, not too tight. I'm gonna stick it down with some MS polymer adhesive and sealant. If it focuses, adhesive and sealant. So I'm just gonna dot and dab along here, flick some lines, clout nail it on, and keep going around the sides.
And stuff like that. But once people start saying I was good, I really, took it seriously.
Yeah, do your life. SIS Taliban, West Side Mafia.
Smelling for they shot Scotland Rock before the shop stopped rapping in section code urban. And every third person speaking their words surgeons. Patrol virgins, first come, first served, and scorching out with the first pump with cold verbs. I got this good each day, fuck, but it ain't feel the same.
Just going through now and nailing off the bottom sheet with the clout nails. I did flick some lines on the sheet to keep the nails in a straight formula, but probably a little bit overkill. But hey, I always like having a go and, sometimes doing things a bit crazier than necessary. Well, I guess my big pile of hoarding offcuts has come in handy because I've got a bit of villa board here for the top. 855, just been cruising along, but this is where we're up to. Got one side, bottom, other side, and top done. Just got these two end pieces to do. If God is good, I'll have enough. So we'll get those done, and then we'll hopefully have enough tiles. Check back in when those ends are done. We have a box. Wow. So it's all done. God is good to us, and all of the sheet fit perfectly. So I'm very bloody happy with that. Beautiful. I'm going to go through and sicker all these joints up. Probably not necessary, but probably got enough left, so might as well do that. And then I'm going to have a bit of a play around and a test fit and see how big I'm going to have to make these gaps, because this is a monster, much bigger than I was anticipating. But oh well, that's the joy in building stuff, I guess. So yes, gonna keep going for probably another half hour, then I'm gonna have a shower. 9:39 and I am completely buggered. So you can probably hear by my voice, but I'm pretty tired, but it's complete for tonight. So I've been through, framed it, prepped it, sheeted it, Sikaflexed all the corners, just so no, in case it is outside, I'm not actually sure what I'm going to use it for yet. So I've just basically made it completely as watertight as possible. Put the tiles, you can see this one's already broken because I stood on it and broke it, but that's alright. But this is genuine, this is sort of how it's going to look. So beautiful marble. This is very porous, by the way, it hasn't been sealed yet, so that's kind of the look it's going to be. But it will be crazy paved. And thinking about trying to get some kind of nice tiled angle for all the corners so they all kind of marry up nicely. Some sort of like, yeah, I don't know. I'll have a look online tonight. But yeah, really happy with the progress from today. But as you can see, the shed is a bombshell. That's also a clean-up job for another day. So yes, I'm gonna wrap this up and go have a shower and go to bed. And back where we left off yesterday, all the joint sealants all dry. Went over all the nail heads just for a bit of reassurance. Joint sealed all in here, which I probably showed you last night. So I'm gonna go through and give it a wet sponge off, get all the dust off, and then I'm going to prime it with some universal primer. I'm gonna use this Ultra Prime by Davco, 30-minute fast drying primer. So I've just given the whole thing a wet sponge off, and we'll prime it up with this and let it dry for 30 minutes. I actually don't think that I will end up waterproofing this. That's just, I just put on the multi-purpose primer. I think waterproofing it will be overkill. I don't think it's ever going to be directly outside or anything like that. So yeah, I just think it's overkill. I think we'll be fine. We'll work on getting these beadings on. After making a couple of pieces of furniture now, one lesson that I've learnt is having it off the ground when rendering it is just such a huge help. Just helps get you that little bit elevated, then you can build some legs for it later to suit. So I'm just going through now, applying the beads with a bit of Rock Coat's Patch and Prep. I've found this to be one of the best methods. You can go through and actually stick them on with liquid nails, but when in doubt, Patch and Prep, stick them on. It's pretty bomb proof. I want this bit of furniture to last a long time, so why not? Apply some masking tape just to hold them in place while they set. It's always best practice. I didn't film much of that, but I went through and used Rock Coat's Patch and Prep, shrouded on into the corners and taped the beads on. Not really perfect corners, but it'll do. So now I got that all drying. I got that done all the way around. I was going to do the top, but I didn't think it needed it because I'll lay the tiles and then render up and that should be okay. And I'm also going to use fiberglass reinforcing mesh where I render as well, so that should be fine. So now probably gonna get ready, go through, start doing a rough layout with these tiles. walk us through what you're doing, Brooke. A bit of commentary for the ladies. We'll break another.
I just want like one that fits perfect in there.
How are you feeling?
I don't know yet.
Me neither, really.
Like, have we got too many small bits in there now?
So we've got all this laid out, haven't we, Brooke?
Yep. Yep.
So now I reckon we're going to mix up some glue and lay it down.
Good luck.
So to see this is the outside edge.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
What is G for
My wife really helped me out in laying the stone. I couldn't really get the perfection that I wanted. She stood up to the plate, laid it out, and really hit the mark, and I'm really thankful for that. So, as you can see in this video, she did a lot of the organisation and even the laying. I kind of just walked around and ate grapes and helped her with whatever she needed, so I'm really thankful for that. I'm going to let this play out now, and next week we'll be back to do some more. We'll be back to do the rendering and texturing of the sides, grout the top, seal the tiles, and so much more. I'm looking forward to getting this one for the finish line, and I'll see you guys next week.